Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
We are back. Not how usually we're back, but we're back.
Yes. So,
And next episode
yes.
is about picking and choosing your battles. So here we go. Next episode is on the way.
Hello again, everyone.
Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Picking and choosing your battles. How about
Great.
that? How about them apples?
All day.
Yeah, every day, all day, we pick and choose our battles, especially with our kiddos. But
Mm-hmm.
but we have quite a few of them that, you know, they're a little special.
Yeah, right. Right. We talk about this all the time, like off air, but yeah, we want to just share some ideas or like what we've done and what we've chosen to just let it go. Have you seen that reel? That fuck it off, like let it go? Kind of like that.
Like
Anyway,
that. Exactly.
so
I
yes.
I I sing that in my mind a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, um
You can't fight city.
guys, no, no, you can't. Um, this weekend was a long weekend for Angel. He had half a day on Friday, and
Mm-hmm.
then of course Saturday, Sunday. And by the way, Saturday we went to Hope for Autism dance. He
I
had a
saw.
blast.
Amazing.
He
Saw that.
enjoyed it a lot. We all did. And
Hmm.
again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to Maria Elena and to Hope for Autism team. We had a very, very good time and he enjoyed it. I'm glad that after all these years
Right.
of being home, we were able to get together and have a fun time. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was
It
pretty
really
cool.
looked like a big family event. I saw you that you were there with the familia. So
Yes,
yeah, it's cool. I like
it
it.
was pretty cool. Um, so yeah, Angel was off, well, half a day of Friday,
Right.
Saturday, Sunday, and then he had 2 days off, Monday and Tuesday. For
Yeah.
those who live in the Miami-Dade area, he goes to a private school, so that's why, these days are different than the regular school.
Right.
And yesterday, it was one of those days that I needed to, I mean, I always focus my attention on him, but I
Right.
had to like stop everything
Pop it all. Yeah.
and really focus on him because I saw him a little anxious, a little, walking around, nothing big, but you could tell in his behavior it was a little,
Was different.
something was off.
Right.
So yeah, and he did ask me if we could go on Five Up Below.
Hmm.
He likes shopping. He likes to go out.
Right.
Es callejero. Le gusta
Mm.
la calle. And to tell you
Hey,
the truth, huh?
my daughter loves going out, and like
En la calle.
I don't. I'm a homebody. I just want to be in my house.
Yeah.
As
But
crazy,
huh?
as crazy as my house is, I just want to be home.
Right. So with him, believe it or not, he loves going out. And I mean, you hear parents saying, like when they're little kids, oh, I need to get them into the car and drive so they can fall asleep.
Right.
It's almost like that. Like I
Ah,
get him in the car. I mean, there are a few times that he's still scripting or talking to himself or
right.
whatever, but for the most part, he sits and it's almost relaxing to him. Like you could tell the way that he
Sure.
sits back and just kind
Right.
of like looks around and just, and then he wants to hold my hand, which he didn't want to hold my hand before. So those things are kind of like relaxing for him. So I took a long way to the store. We
Mm-hmm.
went there, whatever. We shopped, we walked around, and I could see him more relaxed. And
Mm-hmm.
then when we got back, um, he also asked for a bike ride. So we took a bike ride,
Nice.
not too long, but just around the area, around the neighborhood. And I was, talking to him, look at this house or look at that house and this color and
Mm-hmm.
look at that, or kind of doing all of that, and come here, let's
Right.
go there. He's like, oh, let's go around again. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we did have a good
Uh,
morning, and that kind of helped him. It tired him, I guess,
for sure.
also. So, and me, for sure. But got my exercise in there.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
once a
Can't,
week.
right? Can't complain.
Instead of once a day, it's once a week, if
Yep.
any. So that was a good thing. So yeah, he got better, and yeah, we can go about our day.
Right. Do you think that there was any trigger or anything like that that might have
Oh,
caused? Because I mean, it's so hard to know, for sure. But he did have a lot of changes over the last few days of like leaving school early and then being out for 2 days in a row. You went to that event on Saturday. He had a great time, but it was a lot of people, and it might have not been something that you usually do. So it could have really been anything. You know,
anything at that point is anything.
right?
So after that, he was a lot better, and we went about our day, and it was a good thing. But I had to. It's one of those moments that you say, okay, everything else has to stop. I need to
Right.
figure this out, and I need to focus on just this.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we all have those moments.
Mm-hmm.
How
Indeed.
about you? What's going on? Anything, any stories?
Oh, well, we always have stories. So this, the last few days, so as many people know, we had a few rough weeks. We sort of came back from that. We little by little things got better, then they got worse again. I wouldn't say worse, but they got a little hectic again, or problematic, I should say. Then we are on. So last night, Justin slept till 5 a.m., which he woke up at 5 a.m. today, did not go back to sleep. I was feeling very sick. I wasn't feeling well, so it was not the time I wanted him to wake up, but was grateful that the night before he had actually woken up at 1 o'clock in the morning and didn't sleep anymore. This is a huge issue that I see across the board with many kids on the spectrum, but at both ends of the spectrum, that anything can throw off their sleep and hinder their sleep, and we just don't know what it is. um when he sleeps and he's good and he sleeps well, he can sleep, like he'll go 10 hours, so I can't complain. But I want to say that maybe once or twice in a like 2 month period, we go through several days of little to no sleep, and they are very, very challenging because we need sleep. Justin is not the type of kiddo that I could just be like, okay, lay down and watch TV, or give him a tablet. Like, that's not an option. If he's up at any, even if he's just relaxing in his room, which he doesn't really do. He'll like pace around the house, and that he can find himself. We do obviously keep the doors locked. We have triple locks and a chain, and we'll hear I guess it's the ring or one of those devices. We'll hear it ring if he opens the door, but it's still not enough because he's very fast. So we do have to be watching him at all times. So sleep deprivation, my friends, is very, very difficult when you have other responsibilities. And it's not like I could just say, well, I'm gonna just take a nap in the middle of the day. It doesn't work that way because you have so many things to do that that's not an option. So I'm hoping that tonight is better. We are having another issue with he's being very clingy to me. And he's done this before, but it's almost getting a bit obsessive. Where the issues that we had last night is like, during the time the therapist was here, I couldn't even go to the bathroom. I couldn't do the dishes. I couldn't do anything because he wanted to only be grabbing onto me the whole time. So that becomes, obviously it's a problem because I'm not with him 24 hours a day. So, that's something that we're gonna mention to the behavior analyst today. Hopefully if he comes in, or if not tomorrow, but yeah, it's like up and down, and then we
Up
are
again, halfway up, and then yeah. Roller coaster,
yeah,
my friend. Roller coaster.
it is on a wild ride, but
Yeah, bumpy one too.
bumpy ride. Yes, yes,
Bumpy and wild.
yeah, and we too old for that. Like,
Yeah.
I could handle things differently in my 20s and in my 30s, but it's I feel like it's just downhill. But we just roll with the punches, and we got to get back up, and
Shit, if you think it's downhill for you,
mm,
damn.
look at
What's
this
left
beauty.
for me? Nice.
I needed some coffee, some like whipped cream and something. So,
Tasty,
anyways,
tasty. Yeah.
you know,
Bumpy, ups and downs,
right.
all around. What can I say?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, picking and choosing your battles.
Yeah, I think that all
Guys,
that kind of takes us into that.
yeah, yeah. For me, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there's many
Right.
every day.
But even yesterday, you had to pick doing what he needed you to do, and maybe you wait. Was this the day that the thing happened with the dinner, or was that the other day?
No, that was the other day.
Oh, okay, never mind. Anyway, so it. We have to let go of one thing, and you have to just again choose your battles.
Yep. So for me, for Angel, actually, not just for me,
Yeah.
is we have there's two big ones. There's many, but two that I've tried to kind of like picking and kind of like, do I battle this? Yes, I do, but then I don't, but then I do. So
Yeah.
it's a give and take here.
Right.
Um, food, food, um, and DVDs, like the
Mm-hmm.
stuff that he watches. Okay,
Right.
in those two areas, food, he'll eat a lot, but mainly since he was a little kid, since he was a baby
Yeah.
or a toddler, eating rice was an issue. Always been. Okay. And it's one of those things that if and when he eats it, he doesn't chew it.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll get a spoonful and just kind of like, you see him
Yeah.
making all these,
And the
muecas. For
for
those
long.
who are just listening, it's just
Right.
basically making muecas like all
Yeah.
over the place.
Right.
Um, and then he'll swallow. That's it. Like he doesn't actually chew it.
I mean, it could
Um,
be sensory, but he might just not really enjoy it.
yeah,
There's food enjoy more than others.
I think it's more sensory because at his dad's house, that's basically a lot what they eat every day, all day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're not like me that they change
Well,
they
yeah,
add other
but
things to,
yeah,
so,
but
and
that's
he eats it over there.
times calls for desperate measures. No one does it like mommy. Mommy's gonna worry that I'm not eating, and I'm gonna have to. When you have another choice, but when you don't have another choice, and this is dinner.
Yeah. And then DVDs, the reason I bring up the DVDs and the things that he watches is that he still watches Sesame Street, things like that. Um trying I'm we try, and for a while we had made like a little deal that
Mm-hmm.
during the week he couldn't watch those. It was only the weekends. Then pandemic hit, and then all that shit went out the door. And
Right.
then now it's kind of like I haven't set up a rule of it because
Right.
I don't know, at this point, I mean, there are other things to worry about, right?
Exactly.
So, but he himself has gotten into seeing other things
Good.
also, like one that he Sweet Life of
That
Second Code, you know?
that's like teenager stuff.
That's
It's, yeah.
teenagers, pero más o menos like 10, 11, 12,
Mm-hmm.
kind of audience. So I'm fine with that. Hey, I, you know, listen, at the same time, really, what does a 16-year-old look at?
Right.
I really don't want him to be,
Again, choose your
yeah,
battle.
no, you know,
Choose
because
your
again,
battle.
he could watch whatever. The thing is that he doesn't know boundaries sometimes
Mm-hmm.
and what you should say or not say in certain situations. And I don't want him blurring out, God knows what. So,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
that's why I'm fine with it. Listen,
Yeah.
hey, they're bigger, and bigger and better
Mm-hmm.
goals to, tackle than.
I I feel exactly the same way. I and I think, I mean, I was there. I think you have to get there, and I was there like a really long time ago. I My goal is for him to be happy. And if you are happy watching the Muppets and watching Sesame Street and watching the Wiggles and whatever it is that you want to watch, and he'll still sit down and watch an episode of Caillou. And I think it's just so funny because first of all, I always found it annoying as hell, but secondly, because he loved that when he was 2, and he would still watch it and Super Y and all these other things that he used to watch as a toddler. And I'm totally okay with it. Like, I feel like listen, his life can be hard enough. I'm not going to make it worse. Why am I going to force him to watch something that he doesn't care for? I wouldn't want to watch something that I don't want to watch. I
And
want
not
what I
only that, it's just that, well, they go through the ringer throughout the day.
right.
It's like, therapist, a para, a teacher, everybody telling them what to do and when to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, leave them alone. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You get a little bit overprotective with certain things, but with other things, it's a different type of overprotection, I guess. Kind of like, you know,
Absolutely.
let him be and leave him alone.
Yep. Yeah. No, absolutely. I think so. I guess the moral of it all is, pick and choose wisely, and those things can change. The goals can change. It's not a big deal.
And not only that, also with something like that, there's certain situations, I guess. I'm trying to think of one right now, but I can't, doesn't come to my head. But let's say, I don't know, I can't think of anything right now, but if you today want him to do a certain thing, okay, today you're gonna do it. If tomorrow, because of the situation, because of the setting, because of whatever it is, you rather just let it be.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
And
I think
that doesn't go with the ABA teaching because you have to be
I
stern every single time.
yeah. We've
But
talked so many times, and that's where I love ABA. I've studied so much of it, but I that's where I believe in thinking outside the box. And I'm a huge advocate for ABA. I love it, and I believe in it, and I've worked in it. But I that's kind of where we need to do what makes the kiddo happy. That is the
of course,
ultimate goal,
100%,
and that
100%.
will make you happier because you're letting go of something that you don't have to. stress over the rice situation or the, you know, or the DVD situation, because that's a burden on you too. Having to,
Yeah.
it's a battle. So do we really want to choose that as when there's so many other things that we need to work on? So much more important.
Yeah. Picking and choosing your bottles is a daily thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a forever thing,
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah.
So, one thing, guys, that we have been saying, first of all, before we go there, I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to ask you, Lisette, how is Justin?
Right now,
Yes.
well, he's at school, but today he was okay. A little clingy still in the morning, but and he got up at 5. But I'll take 5
Over
over
anything. Yeah.
over 1 o'clock in the morning. So, but yeah, he seems okay today.
Good. Good. We're glad. Things
Mm-hmm.
slowly but surely get there, right?
Is Angel better today after yesterday?
Huh?
Is he better today, Angel, after?
Yeah. Yeah. This morning he was super relaxed on the way to school, and I'm there telling him, giving him the spiel. Huh?
Right. The
Yeah,
bicycle ride tired him out.
I guess so. Todavía me duele la espalda, so I don't know what, no,
Oh yeah.
mentira. So yeah. So guys, one thing. We've been saying that we have a surprise,
Mm-hmm.
right? And our surprise is that we have our first guest in the show.
Yes.
Um, she is our friend. She is the founder of Unique Families.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. We're gonna, we scheduled this and we recorded this before time. So we're gonna share with you guys. It was amazing to have her, and here we go. Hello, everyone. We,
Hello.
we are here with Gail Ulloa. She is a fellow autism mom. She has one boy, uh, Adrian, with autism, and she has also, which she is a mom of twins, guys. She is a
Yes.
mom of twins.
I don't know how to
And yeah, I know, right?
a lot.
And she is the founder of Unique Families.
Good morning.
Yes, our friend, none other than Gail Ulloa.
This has been in
This is not an edit. Okay.
Good
Bye.
morning, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Edith. Thank you, Lisette. Thank you for having me on SpectrumMamis. So proud of you guys. Look at you guys
Thank
on the
you.
podcast.
We are
Thank
so
you.
excited to finally have you. We wanted to do this from the very beginning. We knew we had an idea of who we wanted to eventually bring on, and you were definitely like first on the list. So we're so
Yes,
excited.
you were. Yes, you were. Our first
Thank
guest.
you.
Yes.
I'm honored. First guest. This is the
Woo!
first time I do a podcast, so I am really honored. So
Well, you can tell. You're doing great.
thank you.
So
So,
we've known Gail for quite some years. I think we all met at the same place. I already knew Ide, and this is, I always say this is kind of a small world. The autism, uh, I guess, world. You end up meeting people that you sometimes will see later on in life as well, and so we met. Adrian is, how old is Adrian now?
Adrian just turned 12 in June.
oh my God.
I was just thinking about that this morning. I was like, I think we've
He was
known
like,
each other for about 8 years, right?
yes, around 8 years.
Yes,
Around 8 years.
yes,
He was 3 or 4.
So
yeah.
yeah, so we've known each other for some time, and we um Gail is also the founder of Unique Families. First here, started off in Miami, as Edith said, and now you're also in Texas. Is that correct?
Yes. So as Ida mentioned, we do have Adrian, my husband, and I have been married now for almost it's 15 years already. And so Adrian is our firstborn, our oldest, who's 12. And right after Adrian was diagnosed with autism, I found out I was pregnant with twins. That was a surprise in itself. But nonetheless, it's been a heck of a ride. So we did start the foundation back in 2014. So
And then remember almost like the day, like such a,
Yes,
time flies.
it
it
it you
does.
know it sure has. We did start off in Miami, where I had a lot of the support of a lot of friends and family. You guys, I remember you guys were there for our first event that we did.
Yes.
And so, kind of just dived in there and did it. It was my way of pretty much coping with what I
Yeah.
was going through. Um,
It's very therapeutic, and to be able to put some out, something out there to the community. I know that, like, for me, I try to, and we've talked about this before, I try to become a behavior therapist, and it's not that I'm bad at it. I love the work, and I became certified, but I started seeing myself getting burnt out. Because for me, then it would be autism 24 hours a day, and it really became a lot. So SpectrumMamis was also something where we needed to find our voice, like our way to give
It's our
back to
therapy.
it's like a therapy. So I'm sure that the foundation has been like that for you as well, where you can give back in your own way.
Absolutely. It's been a challenge all along. The foundation was we were there in Miami well, I had lived there for all my life, but the foundation established in 2014, and in 2020 during COVID, my husband and I
know.
decided it was time for us to leave Miami. Just there was just different things, different variables that were happening. And we just knew we needed something different for us as a family, for Adrian. Kind of felt like Adrian was stuck in a
Yeah.
certain spot, with
Right.
COVID, everybody I think had felt that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
Excuse me. And so it was kind of hard. I wasn't sure if I wanted to leave, and I had told my husband, I have everything established here. The foundation is established here. Can we, now that we're growing, how can we just pick up and leave everything behind?
That's, I mean, that in itself is hard. And then when you bring in two, you have a set of twins, you bring them into the mix, and how is this going to affect them? And then you have a child with special needs that we know how changes, can be really detrimental. Like, you just really don't know. It could be amazing,
Yes.
but it's really hard to make that decision, because you always have that in the back of your mind. Well, what if it's not?
Exactly.
It's
And
very, very.
and sometimes our kids surprise us.
Oh yes.
We're more scared than they
Very.
are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's what happened with us. I kind of went around there was a lot of details in between all of that stuff
Right.
when it happened.
Right.
When we started talking about it, we were entertaining it around towards the middle of July of 2020. And it was just one of those days, the kids and him, and getting ready to see how August would come around with the new school year. Like, what would happen with our kids? I'm sure you guys were going through the same thing.
Oh,
Yes.
See our kiddos regressing, and now
and the unknown of what is this new school year going to look like.
Exactly.
Or
And so that was very hard. There were things that I knew that I was just scared. I had worked in the public school system for a very long time. And so I knew a lot of the back ends of stuff that would be said, that would be done and wouldn't be done. And so I wanted more for Adrian, but I didn't trust, because of my experience, I didn't trust putting him in a regular school in a program.
right.
Just because he couldn't communicate. So I really couldn't know what was really going on. So fast forward, a lot of things happened in between, and we're very faith-based, I guess you can say. And I just said, God, I don't know what you want. Like, I am wherever you want, take us there. So we communicated with I got in communication with the schools here, and I had to make the decision. There was no school in the area that we currently live in that just serviced children with on the spectrum. They actually had to go into a regular public school and be part of their program. And that inspired me.
And that
Adrian always,
I'm sure that was like
and then
one
there's
of those moments that is like, do I really want to do this? I don't know.
yes. I think I found myself in like a security blanket of having him somewhere where it was just autism and felt, and even though they loved him and they cared for him,
yeah,
I needed to know that I exposed him and needed to be around other kids because he loved to see the kids all around, but he just never knew how to communicate or get close to them.
right.
So
Right.
was I doing a service for him or was I doing a disservice for him? So finally, my husband's like, well, we got to decide. So I said, okay, God, if you've opened all these doors, then you will take care of it. When we finally kind of made the plunge and I was talking into administration and stuff like that, we were able to find out that there was a school here that had a program and they were great. And the confirmation on that was still while we were in Miami and making that transition, the teacher that would be his teacher for the next 2 years contacted me while I was in Florida and said, I heard that you guys are planning to move up here and I just wanted to get to know
What?
That's
Yes.
amazing.
And
What?
so,
That
yes,
doesn't happen. People that
No.
live here in Miami, they don't call you.
No, that's true.
let me tell you that my communication here, every time I would reach out to a school, I would get a response within 24 hours, less than 24 hours. And that to me meant a lot. And even the day when she called me, she's like, I want to know all about Adrian. And she told me her background and everything. And that gave me a little more like calmness, I guess, to make that decision and that plunge. And the twins were going to be able to start in a brand new school that was being built in the community. So we took the leap of faith and came over. And there was an instant that my husband always talks about and he never forgets. The first day we pulled up to the school, we both went to drop him off. And in the carpool lane, they opened the door, right, to get Adrian out. And they have never met him. They had never met us, nothing. And when they opened the door, they saw him. And the first thing that they said was, good morning, Adrian, welcome. And then they said the school's name. And when they closed the door and we drove off, my husband turned to me and said, who are they and how do they know Adrian? And I go, I don't know. And that was a clear confirmation of that was our time to come here.
Right.
And I will tell you that I miss my friends. I miss all of you guys. And we haven't lost contact for, obviously we haven't, but he has progressed in a way that I would have never imagined. I mean, his teacher got to know him so well. His para, he actually had a one-on-one para with him during his whole time in school. His OT, his speech, all of them, we were on the same page. Like I could shoot a text, they would respond. I mean, it got to the point that as Adrian was walking into school, all the kids, all neurotypical kids would say, hey, Adrian, fist bump, high fives. Like they would look for him.
That is awesome.
They would tell me he looks like a celebrity as he walks in because everybody says hi. And so that to me and to Lewis, which was my husband, was such a confirmation of for at least our family at that time. It was something that we needed. And it is a small community that we are in right now. It's actually growing. It's a very fast-paced growing right now. And so when I started to see how they were giving back, I was like, I want to do the same thing here. I contemplated to a point of closing the foundation just because it was a lot. I was I'm still finishing school, which I just finished about 2 weeks ago. So I finally graduated.
I saw. Congratulations.
Thank you. So I did that and the move and the kids. And I mean, we had a couple of months very rough. We didn't have we were staying with family. Our house wasn't ready. And so I said, Louis, maybe it's not. Maybe it's time to just close it. And then things just happened. God opened more doors. And so I was able to open it up here. Unique Families is active here in Texas. We're working on a couple of different projects in Miami. And so we're just trying to expand. There's some future plans going on that hopefully I will be able to share soon, but we are working on that. So
Man, I was about to call. I was
We
about to ask
call
you.
you on that.
I was about to ask you. I was gonna ask you, hey, what's the scoop of this waiting on a new build? You know,
I don't know.
so
I think
but I guess we gotta wait.
we gotta wait. We gotta wait.
there's just now that I have finished one area of my life, which was school, we're pursuing other things. And right now a Unique Families is kind of concentrating as we're working on other projects, but we're trying to build community within the moms in the area. Being that this area is growing at such a fast pace, it's also growing with special needs. It's the numbers are not lying. The number
Right.
of kids that are being diagnosed daily is going up. And so
Right.
there's very rarely a day that I don't come across a mom who's
True.
either just getting diagnosed, their child's getting diagnosed, or finding out that they have a child in middle school, high school, and all this stuff. And so, um, you know, I've been able to team up with another non-for-profit here in the area who just did a surf camp that we went to in July. And
Mm-hmm.
so, and that's been made up of Adrian's OT. And so we're building a community with the professionals in the area as well as all other parents around. So there are big dreams there that we are working on, I'm working on, and hopefully we can share that with you guys real soon.
Awesome. We look forward to it.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. That's awesome. We always know that you do good things and great things.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, this episode that you're in,
Mhm.
it's about picking and choosing your battles.
You
And
know,
we shared our
Every day.
yes, exactly. A few of ours.
Yeah.
What give us at least one that you've said, hey, you
I'm
just
not even
gotta give
going
it
there.
sometime.
Adrian surprises us every day, and there are battles that I'm just like, we're just not gonna fight this, like it's done.
Right.
He is such a resilient child, like all of our kiddos, right? They all have their different things. And he is just a hoot. I'm going to tell you that. He is a jokester, he's in everything. And I've kind of come across there's some battles that I have picked to fight with him.
Right.
They're less and less of picking and choosing your battles with him. I mean, I've already lost the battle of food wise and him eating and just like he's not gonna have his fruits and vegetables. It's a lie, you know. Is he gonna have pizza most of the nights? You know, is it really worth fighting it twice a week?
No.
Food is one of these things that I just can't with him. He is a very picky eater. Although he is trying a little bit more, so I have to give him credit. But some of those battles are just not, they're just not
Right.
worth fighting for. Like,
And that I think that with time and as they get older,
yes.
they kind of evolve,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? And they kind of start thinking, oh, wait, they're eating that. How come? Oh, well, maybe I could try it, you know.
True. True.
So food is kind of, you know, sometimes it's like, listen, as long as he eats,
I know that
we're good.
I were talking about this not that long ago, actually, about the food issue, because I mean, my kid eats pretty much anything. He's a very, very good eater. But we were talking about this not that long ago because sometimes people will spend years in feeding therapy and they'll hit some milestones, but they still can't get their kids to eat, I don't know, an apple, let's just say. Can we explore the possibility that maybe this child just doesn't like apples?
Absolutely.
You know, let it go.
Hey.
You know, like maybe he just doesn't like apples. And, you know, like my husband won't eat a vegetable to save his life. So, I mean, of course, Justin is completely different. My daughter eats pretty much everything, but Justin will eat raw vegetables like broccoli. He prefers them raw and not steamed. You know, he has a very weird palate for a child, but whatever. But my husband will not eat a vegetable to save his life. If it's green, he's not eating it. So, you know, and it's not that his mom didn't try. His mom tried plenty, but she gave up because she wasn't going to fight that battle anymore. He just didn't like vegetables.
And
So,
if you give Angel a raw broccoli, he'll do this.
I think that's what most people want to do with the raw broccoli.
He'll like, it's like, can
What-
I see your lips?
Also, don't cook it in your house because that's probably why he doesn't want it, because he's smelling it.
For real.
It don't smell good. Well, if it's raw,
No.
that's different. But yeah, if you don't cook it,
No. He is, so one of the battles that we kind of a little conquered. My husband was the one that was like, I'm not fighting that battle. You can fight it if you want. So recently we learned that his eyesight is really bad. And we didn't know that for a very long time. There was no way for us to know that. As a matter of fact, to this day, I really don't know when he gets a headache and when he doesn't. It's only been until recently that when he has a headache, he holds his head, or he comes and he grabs your hands and puts it on his head for you to pressure, or he'll add like, or he'll want to get an ice pack that he knows it's in the freezer. And so I said to my husband,
amazing though, and he realizes that he needs at that moment.
correct.
And that's the, you know, he wants the ice pack. I mean, that's
but how long had he gone like that without us even knowing it?
It makes me very sad.
Correct. So we so I said to my husband, we were getting him all physicals and everything, and I said, we really need to take him to the eye doctor. And he was like, no, like, how are they going to find out? He can't even tell them. And I said, I understand, but so we went to the pediatrician and we said, I told her my concern, and she goes, well, we could take a picture of his eyes. And I go, what do you mean? She goes, we can take a picture and we can see. And I said, okay, try. I don't know if he's going to let you, but we can try. So for like a split second, he was still, and they were able to get a good picture. And so she gives us the results and she goes, look, he looks like he might have stigmatism. And I'm like, oh my God.
You can tell that from a picture?
On the picture, yeah, it's like, it looks like a Polaroid camera, and so there's like two little lights, and it takes like a picture of their eye, like inside. Pretty cool stuff. I had never seen that. And so she gave us the paper and she said, take this to the eye doctor and see. And so my husband's like, are we gonna really fight this? And I'm like, well, if he can't see, what do you mean? Like, we need to figure this out. And he goes, he's not gonna keep him on. And I said, well,
that's another, like, how do you even pursue that?
The child is like nothing on him.
Like, assuming that that you go through all of that glasses on, because I know for like we wouldn't be able to do it.
Correct. Well, but and so I said, well, we need to go and check. So we go, right? We go to the eye doctor, and so she does all this stuff, and she goes, actually, yes, he does have stigmatism, and one eye is actually worse than the other eye. And I was like, oh my God. She goes, I go, is this something that can be corrected, or is this like lifetime? She goes, no, he's gonna need glasses forever. And I said, oh, my worst fear came in. I remember my husband looking over at me like, no, it's not gonna happen. And I said, all right, let's figure it out. So we've actually gotten him 2 pairs of glasses just to try. So the first ones, he destroyed them. Like, he was not liking them. He'd throw them. He would get mad. He would grab my arm. Like, he never hurts you, but his way of like letting you know that he's upset is that he'll grab your arm and he'll squeeze it as hard as he can, upset. And it's like, I get it, but no. And so I I kind of had fallen into the thing like, what are we even doing? Are we really going to fight this with him? Is he
Right.
really going to let us put it on him? Like, it's not going to work. But then I was like, I remembered him being so resilient even when we moved here. And I mean, guys, we were really, we sold our house. We lived at my parents' house with no furniture on air mattresses. I was like, nobody needs to find out because they're going to call DCF on us. And then we move over here and we're living with family. We're in a 1-bedroom, all 5 of us for like 2 months. Like, I really thought he was gonna like not have it, but he went through it. Like
Right.
he was resilient. But my biggest fear was that he was going to regress and that was going to be a problem. So I said,
Mhm.
I started thinking of all that and I was like, I need to try, Gail. Like, we got to try. So we started and, in 5-minute increments. And so I remember we were like getting the kids ready for bed and I had left him in the living room. And I was like, oh, I need to go check on him because you just never know what he's going to get himself into.
Oh,
And when I went, he had gotten his glasses and he was like kind of like up and down and looking.
No way.
When he saw me put down, and I was like, no, 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 what happened?
Uh-huh.
And he was just like she caught me, right? So I made him put them back on and I said, for 5 minutes, let's keep them on. So we started in increments, 5, like 10 and all that. And then we got to an hour. I mean, now he will have his glasses on. Can he see anything from them? Probably not because he smudges them with his hands. But hey, one battle's won. It's on his,
Right.
right? But it was a battle. It's a battle between, do you really want to fight with them and get them
Right.
upset and get them to that point? Or is it, this is for your safety. This is for what we need, And so we're up to the point now that he leaves them on. He just broke a pair right now. So we're waiting for another pair. But hey,
Then
won the battle, right?
it is. Yeah, it is.
Hey,
What are you gonna
I
do?
went through the same thing with Angel. I mean,
I know he wears
kind
them
of
too.
like that. And, it was like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that kind of thing, praying that they don't go flying every time, he gets upset, that kind of thing. He broke quite a few.
Did he?
But there you see him in the pictures, he has his glasses and he knows that, he needs to take care of them. But it took a while.
Right.
It took a
Yeah.
while for him to, okay, I need this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically the same thing. He would do like, oh shit,
I can see.
I can see with them,
Yes.
So
That's
I think I
funny.
need this shit,
I think that with us, like, so we don't even know if he needs them, but now I'm like, I don't know that that's a battle that we would win, or that we want to fight. But we had a very similar situation with a mask. I never imagined in a million years that Justin would ever wear a mask. Now he still doesn't do great with it, but when it was like really an issue and he had to start going to school and he had to wear it, yes, he would yank it off a million times, but he was actually tolerating it for a good amount of time by incrementing the time little by little. I never imagined that he would even let us even try to put it on. So yeah, it's incredible.
I think those are the things that we forget as parents.
Yes.
What is easier for us versus them. And it's a lesson that I'm still learning on a daily basis with Adrian. Is it worth the battle? Is it not? Well, why wouldn't it be worth even trying it?
Right.
I mean, what do you lose or gain?
True.
What do you lose from not doing it? Right.
Right. And I think, with that, that's something that can possibly hurt him, like, because he isn't, he's getting a headache or whatever. Like, if it's something that it's not going to hurt him, like us with, which I think we talked about with, he used to be at a school where the principal saw him with a pacifier, and she made me go through a meeting because she didn't want him to have a pacifier. He wasn't having it at school. He was having it in the car. It wasn't on her time, but she wanted to set up a meeting over a pacifier. And I'm like, are we seriously going to fight that battle? Like, why would I even, if a child like Justin that needs so much help, why would I even go there? Like, he's not hurting anybody, or he's not help for anybody. So that's, I think, where we're fighting those battles makes a big difference, but him not wearing it or you guys not even trying, you know, how do you know if he's not gonna
Mhm.
be able to do it eventually, you know, especially that it is something that's going to be good for him.
Correct.
Yeah.
Totally understand.
I think we just lose sight of it.
Right.
And they're amazing. I've
Mhm.
gotten to learn more about them. I get to see them. Like I see how Angel's doing, and I get to see
Yeah.
how Justin's doing. And it's like all those things that one day they said they couldn't do, wouldn't
Yeah.
do, or not. And then it's like when they nail it, it's like, see, I knew it. I got it, you know?
Right.
And even
And
the
that's,
little things, even the little things, it doesn't matter
yep,
how big or small.
Yeah.
you celebrate them all because
Oh,
to
yes.
us, they're big.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Never
To
had
us, we, you know, we celebrate things that nobody would even think, but they're little and that's fine. We're going to celebrate
Hey,
them.
we
They're
do,
little,
we
but
do.
they're not to us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gail, thank you. Thank you for being here with us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're awesome. We love you. We miss you.
I love you guys too. And you know, hopefully once we have more news and stuff, I will reach out to you guys so we can go ahead
Oh,
and work
no, wait,
together.
wait. We need to be one of the first ones. And
Yes.
this is the first, but not the last.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed. I really love talking with you guys and hanging out and seeing all that you're doing. Super proud of you girls. Love you
Thank
guys.
you.
And I'm here if you we're still on social media.
Yes, how they can find you.
Oh, yes, please.
You can find us on Unique Families on Instagram and on Facebook. You have our website, www.uniquefamilies.org. And then if anybody wants to DM questions, just DM me through social media or email me.
Perfect. And if you have any upcoming events or anything like that that the community needs to know about, if you can actually send those to us so that way we can, because I don't know
We can
we're
share.
Yes.
yeah, definitely share them.
We're still working with some people back in Miami, so I'll definitely let you guys know when we do those
Awesome.
things and keep you posted.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you, Gail.
Guys, we'll talk soon.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Mama. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
That was awesome. Having our first guest. Ooh, I
Yes.
feel so official. My goodness.
And there will be more to follow.
Yes.
And I know we also talked about originally about also, besides having the occasional guest, also connecting with other moms and having them come on as well and share their journey and their perspectives. So hopefully that'll be coming soon as well. For the most part, I think it'll be us two, but every so often we'll maybe throw either a guest or another mom to chat. I think that would be good.
Yeah. So yes, it was fun to see her again too. I mean,
Yeah.
we never lost touch, but you know,
Right.
it's always running and a little text here, a little text there. So
Mhm.
it was good to just have her for a few minutes to ourselves
Mhm.
and chat with her. And thank you, Gail, for being with us and being our first guest. And this is pretty much it. You have something else to add?
No, just in reference to Gail, we will be putting her information on our website. And on the video, she actually did share on how to reach her. But if you prefer, as always, we always invite you to visit our website, and her information will be on our website as well.
Yeah. Our website, SpectrumMamis.com. SpectrumMamis.com. We're all over the place now. Oh, wait. We're doing YouTube shorts, people.
It's just right down the road from doing lives, people.
She wants to do lives. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. One day we'll surprise you. Yes, little by little, she'll pull me in. So yeah, guys, we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, YouTube, we're everywhere. You can't miss us, and all the podcast platforms. You're cutting off.
Really?
We're having technical difficulties, people.
I don't
All
know.
right, guys, thank you for
Hopefully-
being with us.
Oh, we'll meet like the normal way. And we won't be having, well, listen, even when we meet the normal way, we have technical difficulties all the time. Either the mic doesn't work, or the camera doesn't work, or the charger, the camera dies. It's always very interesting. I would love for somebody to be recording us when we're trying to get ready to record.
That would be that would be
That would
listen,
be
I did one of those videos of the like the bloopers,
yes.
right? And I haven't done another one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have quite a few plenty. I think we have plenty of stuff that we can add there, but hey.
Yeah, we need to do another one of those, or just have like one of the cell phones recording while we're getting ready to record.
That would
And
be just a blooper all in itself.
on the desk, just pointing at us. Yeah.
De
Interesting.
madre. Guys, thank you. Thank you for being with us, being part of us, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.